Hello friends, in this lecture we will cover the last topic of our unit number 2, that is inverting and non-inverting amplifier. Now the learning outcomes. After studying this lecture, student will be able to understand what is virtual short concept, then what is virtual ground concept, then what is the inverting amplifier, uh, what will be the input for the inverting amplifier, then what is the gain of the inverting amplifier. Similarly, what is non-inverting amplifier, then what is the output of our non-inverting amplifier, and what is the gain for the non-inverting amplifier. Now next, virtual short and virtual ground concept. Now while analyzing the different circuits that includes the op-amp, we need to use an important concept, that is virtual short and virtual ground concept. Now consider this op-amp is ideal. Now ideal op-amp means as this op-amp is ideal, so the input resistance, that is Ri, or input impedance, that is Ri, which is equals to infinite. As we have seen the important characteristics of op-amp, the input resistance ideally it is infinite. So Ri is infinite. As Ri is infinite, so the current flowing from one input terminal to other input terminal, which is equals to 0, that is I equals to 0. So as current flowing from one input terminal to other input terminal is 0, so the voltage drop across Ri, which is equals to 0, means we can say that both the input terminals are at same potential. In other words, we can say that they are virtually shorted with each other. And mathematically, virtually shorted with each other means V1 equals to V2, means both the input terminals are at same potential. And the second concept, that is virtual ground, is totally depends on the concept of your virtual short. Now according to the virtual short, our conclusion is that V1 equals to V2, means both the input terminals are at same potential. Now to consider the virtual ground concept, now what is virtual ground concept? If any one input terminal of the op-amp, it will be either inverting input terminal or non-inverting input terminal, is connected with the ground potential, then according to virtual short concept, we can say that other input terminal of op-amp is also connected with the ground potential, as V1 equals to V2. Means if we take one example, if inverting input terminal is connected with the ground potential, then according to the virtual short concept, we can say that the non-inverting input terminal is also connected with the ground potential. And similarly, if the non-inverting input terminal is connected with the ground potential, then according to the virtual short, we can say that our inverting input terminal is also connected with the ground potential. And this concept is nothing but what? The virtual ground. Now the first type of amplifier, that is inverting amplifier. Now the circuit shows the inverting amplifier. Now why this circuit is called as an inverting amplifier? Because the input voltage which we are going to amplify is applied to the inverting input terminal, and our non-inverting input terminal is connected with the ground potential. That's why this type of amplifier is called as an inverting amplifier. Now Vs is the input voltage, then R1 is the current limiting resistor, then Rf is the feedback resistor. Again one more question, why feedback resistor is connected in this circuit? Now this indicates that the closed loop configuration of the op-amp. Again one more new concept, that is open loop and closed loop. Now what is open loop and what is closed loop? Now in open loop configuration, the feedback element is absent, or in other words we can say that there is no connection between input terminal of op-amp and the output terminal of op-amp. But there are some disadvantageous thing while operating our op-amp in open loop configuration. When we operate our op-amp in open loop configuration, then due to the high voltage gain, our output voltage is get saturated. That's why we always prefer to use our op-amp in closed loop configuration only. Now in this circuit, our feedback resistor, that is Rf, is working as an the feedback resistor or the feedback element. Now for this circuit, if we apply the Kirchhoff current law at the inverting input terminal, then Kirchhoff current law means our KCL. to the inverting input terminal of the op amp, then we will get the equation that is total current I, which is equals to Ib2 plus If, where Ib2 is the bias current and If is the current which is flowing through the feedback resistor, that is Rf. And when you solve this equation, then you will get the closed loop voltage gain, which is equals to minus Rf by R1. Means when we use our op amp in open loop configuration, then its voltage gain is fixed, which is equals to, ideally it is infinity, but practically for IC741 it is equals to 2 into 10 raised to 5. Means our output voltage will be equals to 2 into 10 raised to 5 into our input voltage. That's why our output voltage is gets saturated. But in this case, our closed loop voltage gain, that is AVF, which is equals to minus Rf by R1, means the closed loop gain will decide what will be the output voltage. Means, and this gain is totally depends on the two values, that is value of our feedback resistor, that is Rf, and the value of our input resistor, that is R1. And here the negative sign indicates that there is a phase shift of 180°, means in between input and output voltage. Means at the output we will get the inverted version of the input signal. Now the waveform shows the input waveform and the output waveform. Now consider, if suppose our input voltage, which is equals to 1 volt. Now if suppose Vs equals to 1 volt, so what will be the output voltage for this case? As we know, our output voltage, that is, and Rf equals to 1 kilo ohm and R1 equals to also 1 kilo ohm. So what will be the output, or Rf equals to 10 kilo ohm and R1 equals to 1 kilo ohm. Now when Rf equals to 10 kilo ohm, R1 equals to 1 kilo ohm, then input voltage, which is equals to 1 volt, then the output voltage, that is VO, will be equals to minus 10 kilo ohm upon 1 kilo ohm into the 1 volt. So the output voltage will be equals to minus 10 volt. So if suppose your input voltage, which is equals to 1 volt, for the same case your output voltage will be equals to minus 10 volt. But when the Rf, that is feedback resistor, equals to 10 kilo ohm and the input resistor, that is R1, which is equals to 1 kilo ohm, means we can say that the closed loop gain is totally depends on the two values only, that is feedback resistor and the input resistor. Now this is how to use our inverting amplifier by using our IC741. Now the last type of amplifier, that is non-inverting amplifier. Now if you observe this circuit, in this circuit the input voltage, that is Vs, which is applied at the non-inverting input terminal, while the inverting input terminal is connected with the ground potential. As input voltage is applied to non-inverting input terminal and your inverting input terminal is connected with the ground, that's why this type of amplifier is called as a non-inverting amplifier. And in this circuit also, Rf is the feedback resistor, R1 is the input resistor, and when you solve or when you apply KCL at node inverting input terminal, then you will get the gain for the gain or closed loop voltage gain for the non-inverting amplifier, which is equals to 1 plus Rf by R1. Now in this case also the closed loop gain is totally depends on the two values, that is Rf and R1. And here if you observe the equation of your gain, that is 1 plus Rf by R1, and that indicates, that positive sign indicates your input waveform and output waveform should be 0° in phase, means there will be a phase shift of 0°. Now the figure shows the input output waveform of the non-inverting amplifier. Now consider your Vs equals to 1 volt, then Rf equals to 10 kilo ohm and R1 equals to 1 kilo ohm. So what will be the output voltage? Now as Vs equals to 1 volt, means our input voltage equals to 1 volt, then Rf equals to 10 kilo ohm, R1 equals to 1 kilo ohm. So your output voltage will be equals to 1 plus 10 kilo ohm upon 1 kilo ohm into 1 volt, means 1 plus 10 by 1, that is 11 volt. So your output voltage will be equals to 11 volt. As your input voltage is 1 volt and you are getting output voltage which is equals to 11 volt, this indicates you are getting some amplified signal, and this signal is 0 degree in phase. That's why this type of amplifier is called as a non-inverting amplifier. And one more important thing, while deriving the equation for the inverting amplifier or non-inverting amplifier, when you are going to calculate or when you are going to derive the equation for the gain of the inverting amplifier, then you need to apply the virtual ground concept, because for that circuit your non-inverting input terminal is connected with the ground potential. While for the non-inverting amplifier, while deriving the equation of the closed loop voltage gain, that is AVF, you are going to apply the virtual short concept, because your both the input terminals are at same potential. Now this is how to use our non-inverting amplifier, or how to use this amplifier to amplify the signal. Thank you.